The Daily Code Snippet. So yesterday we showed that the A of the RGB color space is for controlling opacity. Does this mean that if you do not want full opacity that you have to use the RGBA color space? No, because there's also a separate opacity property. For the opacity property, the value of 1 is full opacity and the value of 0 is full transparency. The default value for opacity is 1. So if it is not defined, the browser assumes you want the color displayed at full opacity. So in our example, we will again look at the colors red, green, and blue. Instead of using the RGB color mix, we will use the hexadecimal or hex color space or the color name system. Then we will add an opacity property and set it to the following values: 1, 0.8, 0.6, 0.4, and 0.2. Let's take a look at the CSS. For the color green, we are using the color name instead of the hexadecimal color code. On the left, we see our CSS declarations for the background color for red, green, and blue. We also see our declarations for opacity at the different levels. So when we take our class selector, we're going to apply the two different declarations to the selector. We will have a background color to designate the color and also the opacity to designate the level of transparency. And at the lower right, you see an example in our CSS where we have named a class selector to be red opacity 60 for a background color of hashtag FF0000, which is red, and opacity of 0.6 or 60% opacity. And this is how it would display. The main difference is that when using the opacity property to add transparency to an element's background, all the child elements will also become transparent as well. If you do not wish the child elements to also have the transparency applied, then using the RGBA color space would be preferred. The last color space we will discuss is the HSL and HSLA systems. It was introduced as an alternative way to specify colors around the time CSS3 was launched. HSLA stands for hue, saturation, lightness, and alpha. Hue is expressed as an angle between 0 and 360 since it is often represented as a color circle. The angle corresponds to a color. Saturation is the amount of gray in a color and is represented by a percentage. 0% is a shade of gray, while 100% is full color saturation. Lightness is the amount of white or lightness or black or darkness in a color as represented by a percentage. 0% lightness is black and 100% lightness is white, and 50% is normal. It is often referred to as luminosity. It differs from brightness, which is only the addition of black. Finally, alpha represents transparency, as described previously, and is expressed as a number between 0.0 and 1.0, where 0.5 would represent 50% transparency. Here are the 17 standard colors using the HSL color space. We have aqua, black, blue, fuchsia, gray, green, lime, maroon, navy, olive, orange, purple, red, silver, teal, white, and yellow. This is how these would display. We will again look at how the alpha channel affects how three of our colors, red, green, and blue, will display. HSL 0, 100%, 50% is red. HSL 120, 100%, 25% is green. And HSL 240, 100%, 50% is blue. This is our CSS. Here we are taking each of our colors, red, green, and blue, and adding an alpha component where we are displaying how the alpha channel at 1, 0.8, 0.6, 0.4, and 0.2 affect the display of our color. And finally, this is how this would display. Presented by Designers Learn Code.